What is up, people? Hopefully you're enjoying this video. I say that because right now my YouTube seems to be a little off kilter. I'm getting an error message. My comments seem to be screwed up. So I don't know what's going on, but YouTube is a little sketchy today, if you want to call it that. So hopefully you're enjoying this. Hopefully it's uploaded right and you're enjoying it. You're enjoying this video. Today I join you. It is a Wednesday. For those who know what it is, it's my Friday night recommendations. You might be saying to yourself, what are you talking about, Willis? First of all, my name is Tony. Second of all, this is where I tell you, or I give you some recommendations for the weekend. For, after a long week and you decide it's a Friday night or Saturday night, you decide, you know what, I'm not going out tonight, I'm going to watch a movie. Sometimes it's very hard to choose which movie to watch, and usually you could sit there for an hour, a couple hours. That's what I got. I got thousands of movies, and I don't know which one to watch at any given time. So what I did is I watched some movies. I'm going to give you some recommendations. I'm going to give you a little review on them. So hopefully it's a little bit easier for you to choose which movie to watch. This first one, I ended up signing up to that Disney rewards, whatever, reward zone or whatever it's called. And I got this movie for $4. The only thing I had to pay for was the shipping of it, and it's not too bad. This one is about one of the horses that won the Triple Crown. So if you know what I'm talking about, it's Secretariat. It's got Diane Lane and it's got John Malkovich. Those are the two main people in it. Diane Lane ends up inheriting this horse farm, and they breed horses for horse races. And her trials and tribulations going through this, having to stay there and take care of all these horses. One gets born, and it's pretty much bred for winning. It's one of those horses that people know it's going to be good. It loses one of its matches, one of its first matches. So then they're like, what's going on here? But then, as if you follow horse racing, the main goal is to get the Triple Crown. That's one of those rare things, rare opportunities. It's 3 races. It's the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, and the Belmont Stakes. And pretty much, if a horse can win all 3 of those things, you win the Triple Crown, which is very hard to do. There's not many horses that have done it. Well, this one ends up winning it, and one of the main stories for this one is, at least with the Belmont, it's one of those races that they say it's either, you're in horse racing, you either got one that's a horse that's bred for distance running, or one that's power running that can go quick in pick up speed, but over a short distance. And what happens is the Belmont is the longest one, it's the last one, and Secretariat was one of the ones that used to come back from behind, pick up speed quick, and then end up winning because they were shorter races. And they said the Belmont, he had no chance because he was not one of those horses built for endurance, and he ends up winning this race big time. I'm not giving anything away because it's based on a true story. He ends up winning by 31 lengths, which is ridiculous. And the movie overall was definitely an interesting watch. I mean, I was never big into horse races, but I knew what it was about. This is pretty much just the whole story of its owner ending up just inheriting this, and the trials and tribulations that come with it, picking the trainer and fights between it. And back then it was pretty much just a man's sport kind of deal where all the owners were men. Diane Lane ends up playing what's the lady's name? I don't remember the lady's name, but no, it doesn't even say in the back here. But she ends up playing a woman who owns this horse, and pretty much she was the first woman owner, and having Secretariat just pretty much destroy everyone in the race. She was criticized and such. It comes with some really cool behind the scenes kind of deal. They interviewed the woman, and it's just very interesting, very different. I'd say out of a 9.5, I give this one probably a good 8. This one here, being now, I love the NFL. They are now free agency is upon us, so it's pretty much the start of football talk and everything. So I thought I'd bring a football movie into this nice little review, and it's The Blindside. It's about Michael Orr. He's played by Quentin Aaron, and then you got Annie Tui, who is his pretty much adopted mother and adopted family. She's played by Sandra Bullock. Pretty much, like I said, it's this story of Michael Orr when he was younger. He's pretty much on his own. He was living with his cousins because his mother wasn't fit, I guess, to be a mother. And then at one point, they pretty much just stopped taking care of him. One day he was walking down the street, and Miss Tui, played by Sandra Bullock, she was driving with her husband, and ends up pretty much picking up this kid, asking him where he's staying for the night, and he wouldn't give a straight answer. And she finally just brings him into her home, and eventually pretty much adopts him. And it's just him and his life going through. Pretty much to hold over his anger, he ends up playing football. At first he has no idea what he's doing. Then he learns the trade and becomes one of the best there is. He goes from high school to college ball, and then ends up going for the NFL draft, and eventually getting drafted by the Ravens. It's definitely one of those good, heartwarming, touching stories that is based on a true story. This is another one that's up there. It's probably a good 8 out of 9.5. It's definitely, if you're into football, if you're into even if you're not into football, it's just a good, heartwarming story that makes you feel good after. So yeah, Blindside. And then this last one, it's a really, what do you want to call it? It's not an action movie. It's got its action parts in it, but it's a just a drama, I guess, if you want to call it. Stars Sean Penn. It's got Rainey Santoni in it. It's got Ali Sheedy, if you know her. She's from The Breakfast Club, the quiet one. She's also stars in Short Circuit. But this one is Bad Boys. Sean Penn ends up playing this guy, Mick O'Brien, who pretty much is one of those tough kids. He grows up in Chicago, so he ends up, doing all this horrible stuff, not getting caught until one time they go and they try to beat up a drug dealer for his money, and stuff goes awry. He ends up getting caught and gets sent to juvenile hall, and pretty much he takes over this place by going up to the biggest guy in this place and beating the crap out of him. So he goes from a nobody in the beginning to running this whole juvenile system kind of deal. On the outside, one of his rivals ends up attacking his girlfriend, being Ali Sheedy, and he gets arrested, and they end up getting into the same juvenile hall kind of deal. And a lot of people know about this beef that's going on, and they all throw up bets who's going to kill who's going to beat up who. And for the second part of the movie, it's very on edge, what the hell's going to happen. It's definitely an interesting spin on jail life, I guess, if you want to call it, but it's more juvenile hall. They're teenagers and such, but it's definitely one to check out. Like I said, this one I wouldn't. I guess it'd be under drama, like action drama kind of deal. But this one, I say, out of all three of them, check this one out first, because this one has a lot of different emotions flowing through it. This one I give probably 8.5 to 9 out of 9.5. So check this one out. I do have that UV giveaway still. I got it. That ends next Thursday. So if you haven't entered, now is your time to enter. Share it as much as you can. I do have a good amount of people this time. The number keeps on growing. So if you have any questions, watch the video. I'll post the link somewhere over here. If you want in, just leave me a comment or follow the rules into it. Hopefully you enter. Hopefully you spread the word. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get this train rolling. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like most of my videos, you know, feel free to subscribe. Like I say at the end of every video, I do have a Facebook fan page. I got a Facebook group page. I got a Twitter. I got an Instagram, and those will be on the bottom of this video. And yeah, until next time, I will see you.